But as women, when we know our purpose, it makes it so much easier to make sure that you are that support system of that foundation. All right, so let's look at this next note here. So women, wives, mothers who know their purpose. Number one, they're to give. We are givers. Somebody say give. We give instructions of the principles of the kingdom law, the teachings of the word of Elohim. Am I able to give instructions? Well, I mean, it's one thing for me to know the word, but am I abiding by the word that I know? Do I have evidential proof in my life that I know it? So it's moved from my head to my heart. So I have evidential proof, because it's one thing for me to know it, but do I have fruit? So repeat, here it is, repeat the vision for their lives. So once I know, then I'm supposed to repeat back to the man of Elohim what the Father has already spoken. So I'm supporting his vision in that way, not his vision. I'm talking about Elohim's vision as the man of Elohim is in place. And then provide detailed plans of how the plan works. This is why we have so many words to give. This is why we are great communicators, because we're able to not just give the plan, but magnify and expand that plan. Did you know you have an expansion ministry? Oh my goodness, women, do you really know your worth? And then support the vision that the Father has for the family. And so when we're dealing with this, it's really important, women, wives, and mothers, when we go back on the other side, number one, establish strong emotional support. When we're dealing with this, if I'm going to be an emotional support to my husband, I can't be a wreck. I can't be all over the place. I can't be wishy-washy. I can't be, I'm depressed today. What? How am I going to support him? What kind of support can I give my husband if I'm overwhelmed? Come on, Rebar. What are you made of? What are you made of? Oh my goodness. Number two, enhance and develop the communication skills of the children. So earlier today, we were talking about the homeschool program that we have here, and it has definitely been a blessing. My background has been in education, and now we're able to do it in the way that the Father has given us, broken totally away from the system, and I love it. Why? Because we get to produce that culture. We get to see what the culture of the kingdom looks like through them. So we get to enhance and develop the communication skills of the children by showing them the ways of Elohim. That's an amazing assignment. Some people don't want that assignment because they haven't been developed. They don't know how to communicate. So we have to make sure that we have been battle tested so that we can do what the Father has called us to do. And then number three, develop balance in sensitive areas. When we're thinking about how Elohim, when he took when he took Matzah, Ezer, Negad, and that is the woman's name in Hebrew, took her from the most sensitive area that covers. He took her from the rib that covers the most sensitive area. Isn't that amazing? Think about that. I was thinking, was it the top rib or the bottom? It's like, girl, be quiet. But I was just wondering about it, because sometimes, we get carried away like, oh, come on back. But the most sensitive area, when the Father, when he does something, he's so meticulous. So when he said a rib, it was a reason why, because he knew that the woman who is in place, she knows that she can support her man of Elohim, even when the place is in a vulnerable place. In other words, he can reveal some secrets to you, and then you won't go blab it to everybody else. because you know how to just, yeah, you know how to pray him through it, and you don't have to go talk to your girlfriend about it. My close friend, my close free female friend, I don't talk to her about my husband. That's not her business. We can talk about everything else. Yeah. Yeah, we can talk about whatever, but we're not talking about him. That's not your business, right? Okay. So it's showing us that we're to be discreet so that we are able to have that balance and in the most sensitive and most delicate areas. Not to broadcast his flaws or weaknesses on Facebook, social media, Instagram, Twitter, whatever y'all doing. My son told me Facebook was for old people. Okay, whatever. I didn't know that. I'm sorry, for real. I'm just getting followers. Okay, all right. Okay, so, and then number 4 are strong spiritual encouragers. Oftentimes, we have seen it day in and day out. Most of the time, the ministry is packed with what? It's packed with women. I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why it's not a coincidence, but I'm going to tell you why. So look at this next note where it talks about Elohim named the woman Matzah, Ezer, Neged. And if this is your first time hearing it, just get the book. Get the book. All right, so we don't have time to go all the way back, but Matzah means to find. It also means to attain, to appear, to be discovered, to be found sufficient, to be present. And so when we're looking at the name that the Father has given the woman, we see that Matzah, it's actually spelled, and okay, let me just say this. So the Hebrew words, they are words that spell words, that spell words, that spell words, because the Father's word is eternal. You can never exhaust his word. Okay, so when we're looking at matzah, we see that the word matzah is actually spelled matzah, sadi, and then aleph. Yeah, thank you, babe. Mem, sadi, and then aleph, mem. So mem is the strong, it means to be anointed, and then also when it's in the flesh, it's chaotic, right? Okay, and then sadi, it's righteousness and desire. And then we see that there's a root word that is in this, and what is that? Aleph, mem, which is what? Mother. So the root word is mother, but watch this. So a woman who has the vision of Elohim, who is in her right standing place, she has a strong desire for righteousness. This is why many places, what we call the church houses, are usually packed with women.